everybody. I wanted to share a few thoughts about isolation and loneliness and about trusting in God at this difficult time. Many of you may not know that during 97 and 99 I lived for 2 years in Kenya, and I lived there because I had a job there. I lived most of the time on my own in a flat, and I was in my late 20s, and it was particularly difficult because I was suffering a lot from loneliness, particularly towards the end of my time there. And I felt, I suppose at that age, that's not the sort of experience that I should be going through. However, I knew that God had a purpose for me being there, and that's why I went to live there. And God did amazing things in my life during that time. But the loneliness is something I've been thinking about a lot lately, because I have at times felt lonely, and that might sound surprising because I live in a household with 2 other people. But there are times when I really miss the fellowship of believers, and I really miss the physical contact, and I miss the female conversation. I miss so much of the church. But God has been saying to me that I need to get hold of His Word and draw upon His Word for strength. Because I don't know about you, but I have a lot of negative thoughts. Not just about being on my own, but all sorts of fears and insecurities about what might happen next. And I was reminded that when I was in Kenya, I kept a positivity journal. I dug it out of the loft space the other day. This is it. And in this book, I only allowed myself to write down scriptures, words of encouragement, thoughts, prophetic words that I had maybe for myself, thoughts that would really build myself up, so that I could go back and I could remind myself of the truth. And I think this is a difficult time for all of us in different ways. Even those of us who might look as if we don't have no reason to be struggling are struggling. And I think we just need to remind ourselves, what are God's promises to us at this time? What are the promises over our lives? And what does God really think about us? And I've been reminded that we need to combat all our negativity, all our negative thoughts with positivity. And we need to start professing that to ourselves, saying it to ourselves, worshipping God, proclaiming things over ourselves, positivity, until we find that positivity rising in our hearts. And as Paul said in the Sunday service, we will have faith when we connect with God. And the only way to connect with God is to read the Word and proclaim the Word over our lives and encourage ourselves inwardly, to build ourselves up in the Holy Spirit. And that's really all I wanted to say. I just think, just get hold of the promises of God, get hold of the scriptures that God has spoken to you over the years, and remind yourself that that is the truth of the Word. Hold on to the truth. Don't listen to the lies. Remember that you are loved, so loved by God, that God has a purpose and a plan for you personally. And, this is just a season. We will get through it. Thank you.